that there is Shrimat, there is Manmat, and there is Parmat. Shrimat means what Baba says. Yes, godly directions. How do you receive those godly directions? In the Murli. Okay, so Shrimat is whatever Baba tells us in the Murli. Then there is Parmat, whatever the world says. Everything that we hear in the world is Parmat. And then there is Manmat, what your mind says. Okay? Now, if we make it simple, there are two things, Shrimat and Maya ki mat. So there is one thing called the directions of Shiv Baba or God, and there is another thing called the dictates and the directions of Maya. Maya means the vices. Now, when we say Parmat, Manmat, they are both Maya ki mat, which means whatever Maya directs us. Because, Maya is a ubiquitous phenomena. So, Maya is there everywhere. In everybody's buddhi, Maya is sitting, and Maya is influencing every soul. So whatever dictates we get from the world, from our own mind, all that is directions of Maya. And then there is directions given by Baba. And then Baba says that only Shrimat can make you elevated. And if you follow the dictates of your own mind and of others, you will be cursed. They will make you cursed. What is cursed? What is a curse? Curse is something that makes you fall. Yes, and a blessing is something that makes you elevated. So Baba says, if you keep following the dictates of your own mind and of others, it's like cursing yourself. And yes, we have been cursing ourselves. Yes. I will tell you one interesting thing. So there is this Kanya, and she comes to the class, and she misses class every one day. Now it's so that she will come every 2 days. So that's the pattern these days. So it's been a month, and first she used to skip 1 day. Now it has become 2 days. And once I was talking to her, and she said, I have set a routine for myself, a law for myself, or a discipline for myself, that I will not miss two days in a row. Okay, so I will not miss 2 days in a row. So I said, but you see that God is giving you classes every day. So why have you set a personal routine that I will miss 1 day, but I will not miss 2 days in a row? Why have you not told yourself that I will not miss a single day? So she said, no, it's just, something that I have set for myself. So I said, okay. So then now she's missing 2 days in a row. So I said, now you are missing 2 days in a row. So she said, this came and that came up and the other came up. Now why I'm giving this example is, we always think that there is a better way to do things than the way suggested by Baba. So, I'm giving you this example that Baba tells us that this spiritual path is such that you have to study every day. Yes, so this is something that Baba has told us, that this cannot happen any other way. You have to study every day, and only then can you progress on this path. This is Shrimat. So there is a reason why Baba gives us a Murli every day. There is a reason why there is no Sunday for Baba. Yes, so there is a reason why Baba has not given us a holiday even in a week. But, and ever since, this yagya started, so it's been everyday study. Now there is a reason why God has set this format for us. And what is Shrimat? Shrimat is daily study. So I'm just giving one example of Shrimat. And even if your mind says, maybe I will not be able to study every day, but let me do it once in 2 days or once in a week, or, just on the weekends. I have never seen anybody be on the path with this kind of an attitude. If you follow your own dictates, Maya will eat you up. That is Maya's mat. You see, when God comes every day, God teaches every day, who are you to tell that I cannot study every day? And if I keep this I above Baba, and I say that I will study once in 2 days, then this I will become the door for Maya. And then it will become once in 3 days, once in 4 days, and then once in a year, or maybe never. So this is the example that I'm giving you, so that we understand that Shrimat, the way Baba tells us to do it, is very, very important. And if we don't follow Shrimat, now one Shrimat is everyday study. Yes. Another important Shrimat is, everyday Amrit Vela, morning meditation. Why morning meditation? There are children who say that, let me get up at 5 or 6. Or, there is one brother, he tells me, I every day get up at 4:45. So, my wake up time is 4:45. So I told him, why 4:45? So he said, because, that suits my timetable. If I get up at 4:45 and I meditate, and then I go for a walk, and then I come and take care of other things, then my timetable, I don't waste any time in the day. And I said, but that is not Shrimat. Shrimat is at least get up at 4. So I said, no, but it doesn't suit my timetable. So do you understand who is saying that? Maya. Yes, so Maya will, and you can never succeed if you follow Maya's dictates. But Maya will give you these strange logics, that if you get up at 4:45, then you will not waste time, and then everything will be according to plan. But if you get up at 4, maybe you will have 45 minutes of spare time, and then maybe you will just, it will just be a waste of time, and you will get tired by the end of the day. So all of this is Maya's mat. And we don't understand this. This is why Baba says you must have regard for Baba's Shrimat. And in today's Murli, Baba explains to us why early morning meditation. And when we say Maya deceived you, with this one thought that let it not be 4, let it be 4:45. So 4:45 is the final time, when the environment changes. So that's why the meditation is until 4:45. Now, Baba tells us today in the Murli that in the night, after 2 in the night until 4:45 or 5 in the morning, the environment is very different from what it is during the whole day. And Baba says this world has very similar vibrations to Brahmalok. The vibration of the world is like the vibration of the soul world at the time from 2 to 5. Why? Because in your own time zone, majority souls are sleeping at that time. And this is the time for deep sleep. So, 2 to 5, you're generally, even if, you're a little awake and a little drowsy from 10 to 2, 2 to 5, you're like sound sleep. Yes, so that's the time when the whole world is in a bodiless state. So, everybody around you is in a bodiless state. And when there is deep sleep, then there is this natural detachment from the body. And we would call it the bodiless state. And Baba says, at that time, when everyone around you is in that bodiless stage, if you sit and practice being bodiless, it will be very easy for you. There'll be no resistance from the vibrations of the environment. And the same thing you try to do later, it becomes a struggle. Yes, so do you know the difference between taking a tablet and having an injection? So an injection is something that goes, directly into your system, and a tablet has to be like processed and absorbed. So that is the difference between sitting in yoga with Baba from 2 to 5 and otherwise, at other time of the day. Although, we are karma yogis, Baba has not told that you cannot meditate after that or something like that. So we can remember Baba all through the day, and that is what is recommended. But if we want to lay a strong foundation, then that foundation is laid before 5 a.m. So I'll tell you what Baba says today in the Murli. Baba says that normally people say we need 8 hours of sleep. Yes? And Baba says, if you are a yogi, then you will need half the sleep, 4 hours. And the time, and Baba says there is a saying in Sindhi that if you sleep early, wake up early, then you become a big person. You become a big person. Now Baba says that sleeping early, waking up early, what does it mean? If you sleep at 10, now what is the time to sleep? 10 p.m. Das to bas. Yes, so 10 means that's it. Not after 10. We don't do anything after 10. So go to sleep at 10 and get up at 2. If you can't get up at 2, Baba says get up at 3, get up at 4. But not after that. So the final getting up time is 4. Now, why does Baba say that you need 4 hours of sleep and the world needs 8 hours of sleep? And this is one conflict that always goes on in the mind of people. So there's this one brother, and he's 75 years of age, and he attends the Murli these days, and he keeps telling me, Didi, I'm old and I need some sleep, don't you think? And I need some sleep. And then Baba says, get up at 4. And I'm anyways, retired and free all day. And then I'll get up at 4 and then I'll sit at 4. And after that, I'm free. So if I keep sleeping during the day, it doesn't look nice. And then I'm old and I need my sleep. So I told him, are you older than Brahma Baba? So Brahma Baba left the body at 92 and Janki Dadi 105, and you see everybody did Amrit Vela. So that's not the issue. Then I asked him, what time do you sleep? So he said 12. So I said, why do you sleep at 12? So, he said, it's just, it gets late and all. I said, you are retired during the day and at night do you have a job or what? You don't have a job at night. You can sleep at 10. You can sleep at 9 also. What is the problem? So it's just habit, So I said, yes. So it all comes down to habit, right? And it's not about old or anything. So, it's just how our mind plays games with us. Now, why Baba says a yogi needs half the sleep is, getting up at Amrit Vela is connected with a lot of things. It's not just about Amrit Vela. It's about your previous day. It's how you've spent every second of the previous day. Because, if your man and buddhi are all over the place and you're going into expansion and you're going into, too much analysis of things, and you are not practicing being detached and loving. So you're not practicing balance. And there is one very important balance: expansion and essence. So Baba says, you are living in the world, you are a karma yogi, but if you do everything, if you do your karma in remembrance of Baba, then you will have this very important balance, which is the balance between expansion and essence, which means you will go into vistar, you will go into the analysis and the expansion of everything, but you will also come back to the essence. Yes, you will come back to the essence. It's not like one thing will lead to the other and then you keep, these days when you watch something on YouTube, what happens is you click on one video and then they suggest another video and then that's another video and then you keep watching. Your mind is also like that. You start thinking about one thing, that one thing leads to another, that another thing leads to another, but you have to practice this expansion and essence, which means you think about what is necessary, but then after that is over, you come back to essence, you come back to being a point of light. You're not going into one after the other expansion, because the mind thinks by association. So once that starts kicking in, you kind of keep thinking, keep doing, one accumulated over the other. But Baba says, don't do that. And you have to practice this balance if you want to do Amrit Vela next day. And if you just, when you live in the world and you have a job to do and a business to do and a family to take care of, then you will create thoughts. You will, go into the explanation and the research of things. You will have to figure many things out. And that is important and you will do it because that's your karma. But if you are a karma yogi, if you are doing everything in Baba's remembrance, then as soon as that seva, that work is over, you will come back to absolute silence and stillness within. Because you are doing it in a detached manner. So, what is detachment? The difference between detachment and dissociation is, In dissociation, you don't take up responsibility. In detachment, you find a balance between taking care of responsibility and coming back to your essence. So, when you are in detachment, it's not like you will not do anything. You will fully engage. But after that work is over, you will not let your mind and buddhi linger on it. So, what is a sign of attachment? Your mind lingers on something after it is over. That's a sign of attachment. These days, even when you watch something, some stuff, your mind is lingering on it after that. That's a sign of attachment. In yesterday's Murli, Baba said something very, very important, very, very important. Baba said, you live in this old world, but you live with detachment. Yes, and that's very important, because you see, this old world has this strange energy. It just sucks you in. It just makes you, it just kind of pulls you. And when you start, you have to engage with the old world. Yes, we live in the old world, right? So you're going for work, you have to use the internet, you have to shop, you have to go to the market, you have to buy stuff, you have to take care of the household, you have to talk to people. But then, even after that need is over, that work is over, our mind still lingers on it. About what happened, what they said, what they did, or what I should have said, what I should have done, and how I was at loss or in profit, and this and that. So, and sometimes just analyzing them or analyzing the situation, you keep doing all of that, and that is what wastes our energy. That is what wastes our energy. And when you are a karma yogi, you engage and you disengage in a second. You engage absolutely, completely, and you are not engaging in, you're not being miserly in your engagement. You are engaging with your full heart. You're giving your 100%, but then as much as you engage, that much capacity you have to disengage also. That's what a karma yogi means. That's what, it means to be balanced in expansion and essence. And I will give you one example of, how I first saw, we hear a lot of things, but you have to, when you see these qualities firsthand, it's beautiful. So when I was very new in Gyan, I think maybe I was 2 years in Gyan or 1.5 years or something, and then I had gone to Madhuban, and there I had to buy some bed sheets, just from the market. And then there was this one brother, and he was in Gyan for very long, and somebody asked him to accompany me, so just go and take her to the market and let her buy stuff. So he was told that, and he went with me, and he was a senior brother. So he was a senior brother, and I thought, that he wouldn't be interested in, taking me to the right places, or maybe he wouldn't have done shopping also. I had this idea, he's so detached, and he wouldn't be knowing too much. And then he took me to the best shop, the best one in the lot, and then he told the person, show this stuff, and then, with each bed sheet, he would also tell me, sister, you see, this is like this and this has this quality, but this is high priced and this is not comparable to what that is. And he would tell me everything, every detail. And after he had finished giving the detail, he would just stand silently. And then he would allow me to make my decision. And you see, I'm such a, I was a little girl in front of him, and it was not even his, it was not his obligation also to do so much for me, if you really see. But he had been directed, and that was direction given from Baba's home. So he just took that. He did not judge that, this girl is young, or, this, why should I waste my time after her or something. He just went because he was directed. And he did as he was directed. He was asked to take me to the best shop, show me things, and then, I made certain choices which were very against his recommendation. So I didn't buy what he recommended. I just bought something else. And he was completely okay with it. He had no thoughts about it. And then he just took me back, and he dropped me, and then he never saw me again. So you see, this was my first experience in how, you can be fully engaged and fully detached. And I kept thinking about that whole, attitude. And sometimes when you see an act which is godly, that act can make you learn the attitude behind it. Yes, and then, I will tell you another interesting thing. Years later, there was somebody who told me that, that brother is very nice, and he took very good care of that. There was another brother who had gone to Madhuban, and he said that brother is so nice, he took so much good care of me. And he says, I really think he loves me a lot, that he took so much care of me. So I said, the truth is he loves everybody. So yes, he loves you, but then he loves everybody. So, and that's what Baba's children do. They love everybody. That's the beauty of it. And when we talk about, spiritual love, what is spiritual love? Love that is for everybody. And everyone feels that, just like with Baba, every child feels that, Baba loves me the most. And Baba answers my questions, and Baba is concerned about my life situations, and he's speaking the Murli from that standpoint. Similarly, spiritual love is like that. Everybody feels that, this person loves me. So that's the beauty of spiritual love. And I'm just giving you an example of how, being detached and loving through the day, or being a combination of expansion and essence during the day, or being, engaged and detached at the same time during the day, will help you arrive at a place when, when you go to sleep in the night, you are not very tired and you don't need a lot of sleep. And then 4 hours would be enough. And Baba says, okay, you go at 10, even if not 4, 5, 6, that should be enough. So get up at 4. Don't get up more later than 4. And if we get up at 5, then the whole environment changes. So now after 5, it's a different world. So this is why Baba underlines the importance of getting up early and doing Amrit Vela. And Baba says, whoever got tired doing, earning income. So Baba says, when you get up in the morning, I'm not asking you to do hard labor, am I? See, there are people in the world who tell you that if you run in the morning, you will feel more energetic during the day and not feel tired. Okay? Now, you see, if you run in the morning, that's hard work, right? But even that is proven that if you run in the morning, morning time is so energizing that you will not feel tired in the day, you will feel more energetic in the day. And Baba says, here I'm not even asking you to run. I'm asking you to sit and remember me. And that is such a productive thing to do. And why would you be tired in the day if you did that? So, when Baba gives us a Shrimat, so this is Shrimat, that the right time to sleep is 10, right time to get up is from 2 to 4, and Baba tells us that you will not feel tired if you do that. Let me accept this Shrimat. Let me not knack my brain. Let me not go into Manmat and Parmat. So, the doctor says this, and my friend said this, and my husband said this, and my wife said this, and I feel like this. Don't go into all of that, because that is what Maya is telling you. And if you listen to Maya, you will go down. And if you listen to Baba, you will be elevated. So, this is why Baba says Shrimat and Manmat and Parmat. You have to be very careful about listening to Shrimat. I told about two things. But then Shrimat is not just do's and don'ts. This is do's and don'ts that I talked about. But Shrimat is also about, who you are, who is God, what's going on. So, you have a Manmat and Parmat also about who you are, or who is God, and what's going on. Yes. So, according to Manmat, who are you? So, you are a man or a woman, or you are young or old. But according to Shrimat, who are you? You are a soul in the diamond age of this whole cycle. You are a soul sitting in the diamond age of your journey, and you're sitting before Baba, and Baba is giving you your inheritance that you lost. Yes, so who are you? So do you have this true sense of self, that I am a soul who has taken 84 births, and I am here in the diamond age of my journey, and I am sitting before my parent, somebody who is going to give me everything, and I am claiming my inheritance, my lost glory, my inheritance that I had in the beginning, and I have to fully claim it and go and rule in Satyug. Do you see yourself like that? Yes, so this is Shrimat, and everything else that you think is Manmat and Parmat. Yes, so other people have told you that, you are, this is the worst phase of your life, or, you're going through such a bad phase, and you're going through depression, or this or that. And here Baba tells us, no, you're in the best phase of your life, because you're before Baba and you're claiming your inheritance, and what you do now is going to, you will reap the profits of it for the next 21 births. And do you look at this time, and do you look at yourself, and do you look at the importance of every second that you have like that? So that is Shrimat. And today Baba says that, Baba uses these words, you understand. And this knowing, this understanding that we have about who I am and who I am sitting before, and what is this time going on, and how much can I do in this time. And Baba says, this is the only age when you create fortune. This is the only time in the whole of this cycle when you create fortune. And at this time, your time, thought, money, everything is so valuable that you can create a fortune with it. Yes, and that too a long lasting 21 births fortune. But do I have this perception of myself and the perception towards my time, thought, energy, money, that this is very, very valuable and I have to use it for self development and for Vishwa Kalyan? Yes, so do I have this self perception? Because this is Shrimat. And what do other people say? Yes, if you look at the world, they will say, oh, you think you're going to be a deity. Just look at what you did yesterday. Yes, so they will always tell you that don't be in the illusion that you can be a deity. Yes, and there's one brother, and he told me that every time I come to the center, my whole family sits and laughs, and they say that, let him try this also. He has never succeeded in anything, so he cannot succeed in this also. So it's just another time pass for him, and let him go, and after some days he'll stop going. We know that. So he said that, this bothers me. So I said, if you hold what they say in your heart, then you will do as they say. And if you hold what Baba says to you in your heart, then you will become what Baba wants to make you. So it all depends on who you are listening to, because this Sangam Yuga is very interesting. Baba is talking to you, and Maya is talking to you from all corners of the world and also from inside sometimes. So what is important is not who is talking. What is important at this time is who are you listening to. And Baba says, if you follow Shrimat, if you listen to what I tell you, then I will make you a deity. But if you keep listening to others and listening to your own, weak thoughts, then I can't help you. Okay? So this is for today. You think about Shrimat, Manmat, Parmat. It's a very good, exercise. If you keep thinking about this, so much Baba tells us. And if you keep thinking about it, it will increase your capacity to do dharana also. Om Shanti.